Hey everyone, my name is Wedge and welcome back to our coverage of the Magic Origins spoiler season. I know I'm still super pumped too. We have a lot to talk about today and hope you enjoy. We'll start off on the saddest note ever in the world ever. Blessed Spirits is 3 mana for a 2/2 spirit with flying. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, put a +1/+1 counter on it. They're kids! They're the ghosts of kids! Look at them, they're so adorable / creepy. I want to cry a little bit. Why would wizards do this? Not all heroes die in armor. Are you kidding me? I can't handle this right now. We have to move on. It's the feels. Relic Seeker, the buy a box promo, is 2 mana for a 2/2 human soldier with Renown 1. When it becomes renowned, you may search your library for an equipment card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. This seems weirdly familiar. Thank goodness it isn't nearly as broken as this monster. You do have to deal combat damage to get the equipment tutor, which is bothersome, and there's no way to cheat it into play, thank Heliod, but it's still very cool. I will say I do like this a lot for tiny leaders. There's definitely potential there. Just go tutoring up swords, it's the dream. Next up is a mythic that has enough text to be a book. Starfield of Nyx is 5 mana for an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may return target enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield. As long as you control 5 or more enchantments, each other non-aura enchantment you control is a creature in addition to its other types, and has base power and toughness, each equal to its converted mana cost. Wow, okay, so we're looking at a next level Opalescence. For any of you who have either played or played against Opalescence, you know how annoying that card can be. Granted, Starfield requires you to have 5 or more enchantments. Once you meet that requirement, you're looking to get back Courser or Crewfix, Banishing Light, Doomwake Giant, any of the gods from Theros, and this just applies to Standard. Wait for Commander. There are so many enchantment decks. I'm not used to Mythics with a lot of text being decent, but this is better than most. Totally a build-around card for Commander. I actually really like it. Holy crap, I hope you're ready for this card. Day's Undoing is 3 mana for a sorcery. Each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into their library, then draws 7 cards. If it's your turn, end the turn. Oh, what? This card is a New Age time twister. It just is. Power 9 is back. Granted, you have to end your turn when you cast it, so your opponent gets the cards first. There are so many ways around that. Vedalken Orrery and Quicken, just to name a few. Play this in Nekasar, wrecked. Play it with Notion Thief, super wrecked. Honestly, I have no idea what to say here. This is a power 9 level card without that end the turn clause in it. There is no way this won't be broken somewhere, somehow. You know the last time they messed with the power 9? Treasure Cruise. Also, can I just say that art is baller, big fan. The launch promo for Magic Origins is Mizzium Meddler, 3 mana for a 1/4 Vedalken Wizard with Flash. When it enters the battlefield, you may change a target of target's spell or ability to the Meddler. Gotta love seeing Izza cards, am I right? The Meddler is pretty cool. Getting to redirect something is nice, but it's 3 mana, and while it will protect your important creatures, how many times are you gonna have this clunky spell in your hand just wasting away? I like it, and it'll protect what you want it to protect real good, but at what cost? How many turns will you let go by keeping up 3 mana? Because black needed more crazy tutor effects, Dark Petition is 3 colorless and 2 black for a sorcery. Search your library for a card and put that card into your hand. It also has Spell Mastery. If there are 2 or more instant or sorcery cards in your graveyard, add 3 black mana to your mana pool. What? I told you Spell Mastery was going to be stupid. You get to tutor and Dark Ritual for 5 mana. Really? That's basically a demonic tutor at that point. You get refunded 3 mana if you have the mastery, which you will, since you're playing this in a blue-black control deck in Standard. This could see Standard play. Not 100% positive it will, but it has all the pieces. Regardless, staple in Commander forever, obviously. Tainted Remedy is 3 mana for an enchantment. If an opponent would gain life, that player loses that much life instead. I won't give away what's happening in the picture, but when you see our Liliana lore video, you'll understand the significance of this card. Anyways, it's great in Commander against stupid life gain decks like Aloro. Hilarious against Whip of Erebos. Having a permanent False Cure / Reign of Gore is going to come in really handy, and it's cheap. Definitely expected this to be like 5 mana, nice to see it isn't. Flameshadow Conjuring is 4 mana for an enchantment. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 1 red. If you do, put a token onto the battlefield that's a copy of that creature. That token gains haste. Exile it at the beginning of the next end step. How in the world is this real? This card is so good for a commander. Imagine all of the enter the battlefield triggers you could exploit. There are plenty of decks this could go in. But just to name a few, Cedrus the Traitor King, Kresh the Blood-Braided Prosh. There's so many decks that rely on enter the battlefield effects. Love this card for a commander. Not going to be worth anything, but super fun. The game day promo for Magic Origins is Conclave Naturalist, 5 mana for a 4/4 Dryad. When it enters the battlefield, you may destroy target artifact or enchantment. Well, since it's clear we're going to have some enchantment themes going on, this will be great in limited. A 4/4 for 5 isn't bad either. It's a nice uncommon to have in a limited format. Not much more to say than that. I love Naturalize on a stick. Honored Hierarch is 1 green mana. I know I freaked out a little bit too for a second. Anyways, it's 1 green mana for a 1/1 human Dryad with Renown 1. As long as it's renowned, it has Vigilance, and you can tap it to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Okay, I want to like this card. I really do. But what happens if they drop a blocker or anything at all? Does this just do nothing all game? Needing a 1/1 that creates mana to deal damage on turn 2 to a player might require a combat trick. You really want to waste removal on whatever 1 or 2 drop they play just to get this guy online? I don't know. I mean, it does become a 2/2 with Vigilance. That isn't bad by any means. Not saying you shouldn't at least try it, just saying that it's even more of a dead card late game than Elvish Mystic, and that's saying a lot. Just a few more things to mention. The top 8 promo for game day. Yeah, it's Languish, the new 4 mana black pseudo board wipe. That is awesome. Also, the playmat, prepare yourselves. I almost peed a little bit. Just boom. I know, just let it sink in. How insanely cool is that? This is so awesome. Oh, I need it. Honestly, gorgeous playmat. Wow. Wow, we had a lot to talk about today. Any midday spoilers we happen to miss will be covered in tomorrow's video, so look out for that. Also, tonight at midnight Eastern Time, we get to reveal our exclusive spoiler right here on YouTube, so look out for that. Yes. Oh, it's going to be awesome. Let me know in the comments which cards were your favorites. Are you afraid of Days Undoing ruining your life? Will you kill people for that Nissa playmat? I only ask the important questions. As always, subscribe for the latest and most reliable Magic Origins spoiler information you could ever need. This is the Manosaurus. I'm Wedge. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
What?